We keep talking about social media, but we are not very aware about the different ways of writing for social media. When we talk about social media, things come to our mind like Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. See, the list goes on and on and on and on. So you see, I mean, people have been using social media so frequently, but they fail to use it properly, whether that be a Facebook or a Twitter, things like that. But if you utilize social media quite for this for the purpose, for the specific purpose, and use them properly, then definitely you will utilize them quite well, and also you will use them very effectively as well. And it has a lot of positive a lot of merits if you use them properly. But if you fail to use them properly, then it has a lot of demerits as well. And I don't have to explain about that. Why? You know very well. So when we talk about social media, we can define it in many ways. For example, as I just said, social media accounts. I mean, many of you have already Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, in MySpace. I don't think MySpace exists these days, but yes, it was. Like Facebook, before the Facebook, appear, and YouTube, TikTok these days. I mean, many of you are very familiar with all these, the social media platforms and account. Okay. So some people create these Facebook or these social media accounts for their business purposes, for their own personal use. So think about yourself. If you have a business, maybe those social media could be the best platform for you to use. Okay. So these are the different the social media the social media definitions and social media accounts. When we talk about social media account, that means any accounts, profiles, pages, feeds, registrations, and other presences on or in connection with any social media, social networking website, or similar online service, or blog or microblog. So I don't know how many of you have those social media accounts, how many of you have blogs, but when you have those things, think about using them, for certain specific purpose as well. Okay, so again, the Wikipedia definition of social media is pretty much similar to what we just share. We just discussed. But social media, according to Wikipedia, are interactive, they're computer and meditative technologies that facilitate the creation of sharing of information, ideas, career interests, and other forms of expression via virtual communities and networks. So you see, I mean, before we didn't have those all social media. Now, with the help of social media, we are able to connect, so many people all across the world. We have found friends, we have made new friends, we have shared our informations with the people, we have made the world updated with our the daily happenings and daily chores. It has given so many platforms. We have marketed our products all across the world. This has a lot of benefits as well, and done a lot of wonderful job. So social media interactive, it's called also wave 2.0 internet based applications. Before we didn't have that. And it is user generated content such as text posts or comments, digital photos and videos, and data generated through all online interactions is the lifeblood of social media. So you have seen, we have been sharing our pictures and the photos and everything. Okay, so I'm not going to read it. If you go to Wikipedia, it will explain to you very clearly and in detail what social media is and what are the social media accounts as well. But we need to be very aware of social media and its ethics, because it doesn't mean that you can post everything. It doesn't mean that you can upload everything. It has certain ethical the guidelines as well. Again, if you have a business and if you are marketing your products, what are the ethics come into play, that come into play. You need to think about that as well. So when we talk about ethics, each and every platform does have its own weakness as well. But when we talk about ethics, we talk about the balance, we talk about objectivity, we talk about the impartiality, we talk about the contextuality. Okay, the idea of ethics also draws from the ideas from Aristotle and Bhagavad Gita as well. They talk about the morality and ethical values and things like that. You do not want to post or upload something that's going to jeopardize other people's the characters or the career or personality, things like that, or it will tarnish the social values or ignore the social values, things like that. And again, you need to know what kind of pictures or what kind of content needs to be posted. Be mindful of it. Avoid being extreme or using the extreme choice of words, like good, better, best. Avoid adjectives as much as possible. You might have seen Donald Trump's tweets. Sometimes the Donald Trump's tweets became very what do you call it, very controversial, based on the usage of the language that he used during that time. So be mindful of that as well. So when you are using social media, you have to act like a journalist as well. Be a watchdog. Do a cost benefit analysis when you post something. After that, how much it's going to affect the society or the persons, how much it's going to benefit society. Think about that. Try to be the voice of the voiceless. Okay. And then also you might have been looking at what CNN is doing, or BBC is doing, or Fox is doing. Who do you support and why? Think about that. Just contemplate these ideas and how they tweet, how they do things in social media. That is very important. So here's a little bit of social media classwork, basically for you to contemplate. What social media accounts do you currently have? Think about that. Why have you opened them? Write 2-3 reasons. Which ones do you actively use? What do you use for them? Why might you want to continue to keep them, or delete or deactivate them? These are the questions for you to contemplate a little bit. So that way, it helps you be more responsible towards social media as well. So who do you want to reach out to? Okay, based on the your particular audience, you also want to choose your the social media. Facebook might have a general audience, but the Twitter might have a more of an intellectual audience so far, I think. Okay, and TikTok is more kind of a teenagers, and kind of a very just a fun guys, fun people, right? So I don't know, think about the social medias, and then and your audience as well. So who is your audience? What are they searching for, and where? So those questions will help you be more responsible when you use your social media for your specific purpose as well. Okay, so how to set up a social media account? If you go to YouTube and then say how to set up a social media account, it will explain to you everything. There's a video link as well. So think about the question, why are social media so popular as well? So again, role of a social media, it has own pros and cons. I kind of touched upon it a little bit earlier. So think about that. Okay, if you utilize the social media properly, it has a lot of good values. If not, then it comes out to the adversely affect the society and individuals as well. For example, look at here. The cons. See, husband and wife or partners are sleeping in the same bed, but pretty much look at that. They are looking at even if they are together, they seem to be further away. They are not together, and because they are communicating through the the what do you call it, the smartphones, instead of just hugging and talking, right? Similarly, look at another picture here. Look at that. They are just around the dining table. Look at that. All of them are pretty busy with their smartphones, and poor child, is abandoned. Just right there. He's just abandoned to forlorn. He is not getting the parents, the coziness, the warmthness, like love and taking care of it. It also has some pros. Look at that. It connects to you so many other people across the world, and it has good networking as well. And also the multiculturalism is very important when it comes to writing for social media, because those who have been using social media platforms have been from all across the world, coming from different socio-economic, political, cultural backgrounds. So you should be very mindful of that when you write something on social media. So writing something should not jeopardize, or should not diminish, or should not what you call devalue or degrade or look down upon other people's coming from the other different culture as well. So there are the different 5 easy tips for writing social media posts. That is also YouTube video. You can go to YouTube and then Google it, 5 easy tips for writing social media posts, and then watch it. That is a very lovely the instruction for you right there. And then think about why you are using those social media platform and why it is important as well. And this social media is also helping you with the idea of intercultural the practice as well. And there is an article as well posted to Georgia View, or you can Google these articles as well. So these are some of the things that you need to think of when you are using social media platform, and also writing on social media. Think about audience, think about the people you are dealing with, coming from different socio socioeconomic and cultural background. And when you are mindful of these and use the social media, I think you'll be more responsible and be very proper and specific while using social media. All right, thank you.